Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Just crafting up a few things here. One is the input hatches for our fusion reactor, the Tier 3. And I need 16 output hatches. Stuff is going to take, I mean, it's not complicated or anything like that, but does need to be crafted up. So we crafted up the next rocket, the final tier rocket, the tier 8 rocket, which unlocks every single planet and moon possible, any dimension. And I need to figure out which one we are going to. And I have noticed there is a few things that needs to be sorted on the base, and I don't know. I'm like, are we out of methane? Don't really know. And we're out of like another one. I think it's because not everything's running like it should be. Like, I think this is turned off when I was working on the power and stuff. So, yeah, I never... If I'm breaking power, like, I never really look at what's going on over here. So usually it gets cut off, and then same with like the monazite line, it might be turned off. No, monazite's working, I can see it. I do think all the bastonite, we actually went through the entire bastonite. Oh, I haven't. I need to add that back into the... This needs to be added back into the thing. It was like a byproduct, a secondary product of one of the things, and it ends up in my A system. Oh no, it is running. It's just taking a while. That's right. Yep. It's just slowly working through that, but it is... Yeah, it's just a single block mixer, so it's pretty slow. That's right. Alright, so that is just slowly working through that. Anyway, we need to figure out what planet or moon we want to go to, and what I'm kind of doing... As noticing we are dropping power a bit. I only have the one. I do have two turbines now, the cosmic neutronium turbines, because we have been processing all this black plutonium. So we are stocked on, I mean, this isn't a lot at all, but this is a few of the turbines. So I do have two. But I don't run the second one unless we need to. I was just like, oh, we're dropping power. It's probably because I have a bunch of stuff running. But I kind of like not being capped, because then I feel like I'm not wasting power. So I'll just keep an eye on that. But on that note, I kind of using this to gauge where I need to, like, what resources I need to work on. The lapis and the ruby dust, that is actually... I just haven't processed all these combs yet. Lapis, energy combs, Lapitron, because it's been processing black plutonium. But that kind of gives me a gauge of what resources we need to do. I need to sort out ammonia. We just don't produce enough of it, or fast enough. It's really mostly fast enough. But some of this stuff, I'm like, I need to figure out. I mean, a lot of this, like, we actually already have. And, like, we have all the auto crafting, which is pretty awesome. We just we're just short on some resources. So I need, like, emerald. As we can see, I need gallium and niobium. These are the three, like, main... things. I do have my farm running again. That's probably why we're dropping, actually, because I just turned the farm on again. So we have our farm, we have our bees, I have neutronium being produced, so we are using quite a bit of power. Also, there is now a thing that shows you what seeds are in the controller, which is really cool. Just don't click on these, because that will that'll output it into my A system. And then I clicked on one, not realizing you couldn't, that was an eject button. And now I don't know what sheet it was. I don't know which one it was I had in there. I don't remember. Maybe it was goldfish or something like that. I need to put... Yeah, I need to get the ender pearl. Was it ender bloom or what was it? Ender bloom. We need to get a better seed. We need a 31 seed. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't say what they are. It just shows that they're in there. Alright, so that I need to do that. And we need to figure out which planet we're going to. So we need, what did we say? Emerald. I'm gonna just throw this. We need like emerald ore. Niobium was a big one. I'll throw that up there. And then I think gallium was the other one, right? Alright, so these are the ones I need to get. So there we go. Niobium, gallium actually come from the same... I didn't realize they came from the same vein, actually. So Vega and Barnard F, and then Emerald. Barnard F. Alright, so maybe Barnard F is where we want to go. Gives us diamond, tungsten, manganese, pitch blend. Gives us more monazite, which... that's not a bad thing. Rare earths. We need cadmium, I saw that on there. Isn't lanthanum the one that was that crazy annoying? Alright, so I think Barnard F is where we're going. It does seem to be... it seems to be a good one. Thorium for our uranium and radon production. Copper, iron. Gold, chrome. Yeah, this one's pretty good. You even got neutronium. There's our emerald. This one we don't really need. We even got Aquada and niobium. Okay, yeah, Barnard F, we just decided. I should have our rocket fueled up as well. I don't want to... Alright, I think we have enough. We put 10 buckets in there. I need to reset my... the hotkey for the inventory was changed. I need to reset that. But I do need to go get my void miner first. I think I may... I'm going to switch out that input bus for a super input bus. Now that it has a... I think this would work. Input bus. I do have a super bus, don't I? I thought I had a recipe for that. Maybe it was the output bus. Super bus. That's... oh, there it is. Super bus input. Yeah. So I think instead of the 16 slot one, we'll try this because now these super buses have a inventory. I think we can set them for the whitelist, blacklist on a void miner. And I can fit more in there. All right, cool. So let me get that. Let me get... before I forget, I need to... man, I need to do so much. I need to do the ender... I need to do the ender seed as well before I do this. Alright. This is the one that goes to... I should throw a sign down or something. I can never remember which one is sending power to our miner. Or void miner. Void miner. You know what? I'll throw one on the other one. Even though we are not using it at the moment, this one was for the space station or whatever. Alright. I need to save that because I'm going to move the the thing. All right, cool. Yeah, let me do the Ender thing. Let me grab our Void Miner, and then we'll meet up on Barnard F, I think. All right, picked up the Void Miner from Pluto. Let's head to Barnard. I think it may be over here. Let's see. E. F. There we go. So we will set up the Void Miner, and hopefully I can place all the things in the input bus, the super input bus. I totally thought this one was a regular world. I know some are regular worlds. The Vega B might be one. The sound got messed up there. There we go. Okay, well, be cool. Ring world. But, as usual, there is not a whole lot of stuff on these planets. They're all pretty much the same. I would like to... Curious what... Molten tin. That's interesting. And ores. Yep. Deep iron, we need that for trinium, gallium. Plutonium is good. A lot of this stuff, though, I will probably just void. Chrysotile ore, don't need that. Beryllium. A lot of this stuff, though, is grossular. We can void. Yep. So I'm gonna get this set up. This is gonna take me a second here. Let me just double check. Yeah, we'll move it a little closer to the middle. Yep, and then this thing will go over here as usual. So let me set this up. Oops, and we'll get this running. And got it up and running. Unfortunately, there is some funniness going on. I think it's chunk loading issues, as we can see. It didn't seem to do that before. This seems to be a recent development. I'm not sure if it's the quantum singularity. It is getting power from the base in the overworld, but like this isn't being pulled out by the input bus and import bus in the overworld. So I'm not fully sure what's going on with that. And this is not getting power. But this is why I have a battery here, as we can see, like with power issues, it just kind of helps with the buffer a little bit, so it doesn't turn off the Void Miner. But yeah, I think this will fix itself when I fly back to the overworld. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know why it's doing that. But I do need to sort out our the whitelist or blacklist or whatever, because there is definitely some of the stuff I don't want. Rilgar, don't need. Pretty sure we don't need that. Don't need that. Fast Night will keep. Pitch Blend, don't need. So, yeah, this is kind of what I am doing. Ascertain, do not need. But I do need to let it run for a little bit so we can get all the different ores. There. Yep, there's niobium. Yttrium, awesome. Cesium, cerium, yeah, we'll get that. I am gonna have to sort out a few new things in our processing line. But for the most part, we're good. Oh, look at that bedrock anymore. That's pretty cool too. So yeah, let me just fix this, and then let me fly back. I'm gonna have to fly back and forth, I think, to sort that. Sir, what was it a screwdriver, I think? I don't remember. Blacklist, yeah. Alright, cool. So I am back. We got our ores working, and I think I have been kind of debating how I want to do this. I don't want to spend too much time on my ore processing because it is going to be all torn out in the not so distant future, but not for a little while, because a lot of it's going to be replaced by this ore factory. But, you know, pretty expensive. I mean, yeah, we're going to need the new tier of circuit. I don't think we can do UEV, UHV size, and then, you know, a bunch of these. The actual structure is pretty easy. I mean, this is all super easy stuff to craft up. That's just a bunch of iridium. But the actual controller is pretty expensive. So that's going to, like, replace a bunch of this stuff, I believe. I could be wrong. I think this does, like, multiple... I think it does it all, basically. All the processes. I don't know if it can do it all at the same time, but I don't know. We'll see. So I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I was debating... One, we're definitely going to need more void miners, and I was looking at the planets, and I realized there's a couple things we're not getting on Barnard F, and one of them that is osmium. We need lots of osmium. Now, I can get osmium from bees, but it's not, like, the fastest. Because you get the one nugget, but then you get the acidic osmium solution. Well, you can get the acidic osmium solution. I can't remember which one the ore gives, but the ore gives, like, one of these dusts. So that's going to be quicker anyway. And plus, that uses a bunch of the talic acid or whatever, which is a bit of a pain. And there's a couple other things. Mica we don't need anymore. We have a B for it. Black plutonium is what I realized we are not getting from Barnard F. There is no black plutonium on there, and we are going to need lots of that for our cosmic neutronium. So yeah, that's a little bit of an issue not having that. So I'm thinking at least 2, and I think that'll get us everything. That's right. Awakened. That's the other thing. We can now get Awakened. I just saw that, but it only comes in the small, I think, doesn't it? Yeah, it only comes in small. It is on Barnard F. But pretty sure we're not going to get that from the Void Miner, unfortunately. But I do need... Oh, we are getting it. Where are we getting this from? Does it just... Since it's a small ore, is that why we're getting it? Okay, that wasn't even planned. I'm like, I didn't do anything about that. I mean, obviously we're getting thousands of ingots of... Or thousands of ores. Like, we gotten 3,000 and only 120 awakened, so it's a tiny, tiny little amount, but we are actually getting it. Alright, well, that solves that problem. So, yeah. I think it was Barnard C or Vega B. Lapis, we don't really need anymore. We have a B for it. We get tons of it from bees. Nether stars. I don't think we're getting Nether star from... I mean, we can see it, actually. Yeah, we're not getting it from that one. So there is definitely a few that we need. Like silver and lead, we're not getting from... if we need silver. And that one also has niobium. Alright, so Vega B. So we need a lot of this stuff. So I'm thinking if we double up on that, that will help. Also, obviously, we can boost the output with the better gases, which... That Oganesson? I mean, that is 64. That is pretty crazy. That is going to completely overwhelm my ore processing. So that was kind of what I was thinking. Maybe instead of dumping this in the main network, I'm thinking I may set up subnet for all my ores that are coming in, and we will just dump those in like super large storage cells is what I'm thinking. I have upgraded everything to 64. We have 30 64K drives now. I mean, we are pretty good on that, but I would like to get all these ores out. And but we can see that my my processing is getting overwhelmed by how much ores we're bringing in. Okay, but with that in mind, I am crafting up the next tier of energy hatch. I need 14 energy hatches. One of the things, I just didn't have enough in stock to do them all at once. So I did 2 things of 14, but we're crafting up 14 UV energy hatches. That's going to take a little while, so we'll let that process. And then I think, yeah, we'll upgrade our... Let's get Oganesson, I think. I think we can do that once we get... Is it this one? Yeah. Oh, I thought it needed... Is that... Oh, that's metastable. This is what we need. I was like, I thought it needed californium. Yeah, there we go. So calcium, molten californium. This is another one we're going to have to get. Beryllium, plutonium, 239. 239. Are we getting 239? Uh-oh. We're not getting 239. No. That's a bit frustrating. Although I think we... I think we're going to replicate this stuff. Can you still replicate molten? Yes, it's a very slow recipe. It needs lots of EU, but we don't use a lot. As we can see, this is what we're using in our void miner. So it's pretty slow, the amount we use. Okay, let me get this crafted up, and then let's craft up Oganesson. Just finishing up the there it is, the fusion reactor stuff, and I decided to upgrade our battery thing. Been working on the energy modules. We're gonna need them anyway. We're gonna need lots of these, so I figured I would start crafting them up. I got them going, and we'll use these because you can get the stuff back out of the... I'm pretty sure you can get them back out of the... Can't you? I seem to remember you can get them back out. Yeah, you unpackage it. You lose some of the stuff, but you can get the thing back. So I will probably craft up 4 more, and then we'll craft up the UV one. And then we'll use that, and we'll kind of keep expanding it as we craft more of those up until we get the ultimate one, which will be amazing. Yeah. All right. So I will do that. Unfortunately, that does break the whole base because we are shutting off our main power. So it turns everything off, which is a bit of a pain, especially when I don't remember what has gotten turned off. I'm sure stuff over there will break, our ore processing will break. But gotta do what we gotta do. I'll probably just throw them right here on front, I think. So I don't want to replace these. At least not yet. Those are 10 million each, or they're only 6 million. I could just replace these and then use the orb clusters to craft up the other ones. I'm not going to get too involved in that. Wait a second. All right, let me get this done, and let me... Oh, there we go. Let me get the casings for the fusion reactor. Okay, something very strange happened, and I don't even... I can't even explain it. I put the recipe in the wrong... I put it in this one because it was a... It didn't have a... it didn't have a number, so I put it in this one, and it ended up putting this stuff in as items. We've done that before accidentally. But some... Wait. That's what happened. I just realized what happened. I must have already had a recipe in the correct one, and I put another one in. That's what I did. Yep. Alright, so it split up the things. I was like, how did some of the items get in this one, and some of the items get in this one? Alright, that makes sense. I was very confused there for a second, how they got split up. Alright, I just turned it back into the fluid decoder thing. I was missing like 16 of these or whatever. I was like, how... Where did they go? And I was trying to find them. So that's what happened. It split the thing up. I had already made a recipe for that. That is kind of funny. I didn't realize that. Alright. So that would explain why I got some of them, but not all of them. Nope. There it is. I was like, I know I have everything for it. There we go. Because I made sure before I broke down the fusion reactor, I'm like, if I need to put the fusion reactor back together when I've already converted some of those, we're going to be unhappy. Okay, so that should have been it. Yes, all right. So basically what I did was just break down the one I had before. I don't know if we're going to have to remember this, but fusion casings, 79. That is how many you need if you have 16 output hatches, 16 input hatches, and 16 energy hatches. You need apparently that many. That's how many I needed when I broke it down, or how many I had when I broke it down. Okay, so as we can see, there is our old fusion reactor setup. I'm going to... No, I put that in my thing. So we're just going to break this. I keep getting achievements. Okay, I got one for the 3. There's the 3. Or I got one for the 2. There's the one for the 3. Alright, let me throw that in there. Okay, so... Ooh, let's do that. Don't want it to pull anything. I just wanted to pull the stuff from my inventory. Alright, let's go. Okay, why doesn't it want to place? What isn't it placing? It should be able to place everything. How am I missing? It didn't place the thing. I was like, how am I missing casings? I broke down my old one. Yeah, it's not. Dang it! Yeah, I was like, there's no way we're missing casings. I know for... I broke down the old one and I just replaced them with the exact same amount that I needed, so... Alright. Yeah, a little bit of an issue. Input hatches on the bottom and top. Output hatches. All right, I got really nervous there for a second because I thought I had screwed something up. All right, output hatch, output hatch. Hatch, output hatch. Yeah, it's a bit funny how it does that, isn't it? I thought it was gonna place them like I thought it would maybe take priority with the hatches, but it looks like it definitely didn't. But it placed some, so I don't know. All right, there, there, there. Try. Oh, it did it again. I swear, I have the worst luck with this thing. The auto placing, every time I try it, I get annoyed with it because it doesn't place the stuff where I want it to. But I mean, yeah, it helped a little bit, but I have placed a fusion reactor in GregTech so many times I could like do it in my sleep. Okay. That is all the things. There we go, it's completed. Okay. That's apparently you can rotate that. I didn't know you could do that. There we go. It is connected. Now, I need to connect all these. I haven't let me grab this out of my inventory again. I haven't replaced the cabling because I think... Alright, this is going to take me a second. Let me just cut here really quick and we'll be right back. Okay, that is all of them, I think. Yes. Okay, I think if I remember the recipe, they can only... I don't remember. Did it say 32,000? No, and each energy hatch is capable of providing 8192. So I don't even think you need to upgrade the cables. I could be wrong, but even though they're UV energy hatches, I think we're fine with that. But yeah. Okay, so there is that. Now, we decided we want to do Oganesson. First, we're going to have to do Californium. Right, I needed plutonium. No! Alright, there's two different ways to get it. Ooh, curium. I don't have curium. Oh, we could get it with helium and molten plutonium. That is a pretty serious recipe, though. And I really just need molten plutonium. How many do we need to... I'm just curious. If we only do this like one... but we can't do that recipe anyway. Just kidding. That's a Mach 4. So I do need the plutonium and beryllium. Dang it! You know what? I may have some. If it hasn't been voided. I have noticed that my radon, sometimes if I cut the power or I'm doing something, it turns off and it ends up voiding the thing. Okay, I do have some. I'm gonna need to get more though, for sure. Alright, so it was that and beryllium, which we have millions of. I haven't processed it because I haven't figured out how I want to do that. All right, it looks like we may have, when we broke everything, or the battery, we broke our void miner. Yeah, it's not running at the moment. So it probably doesn't have power or something like that. Okay, and the extractor is this one? This one? I don't remember which one it was. Yeah. Alright. So that should extract the plutonium and the beryllium, right? Yeah, there it goes. Actually, does that work okay with two different things in there? I mean, it looks like it. Beryllium. Plutonium. Also, I need to scan that for the UV tier, which it's expensive scan, but you got to do it. So, sure. I don't know how much we're going to be doing this, but let's get our tier 3 thing running. Is it going to work? I don't know. We'll find out. If we need to upgrade the cable, we'll find out. No. Okay, it's filling up. We're good. Alright, so there we go. We got our thing running. I have no idea where it is outputting it, to be honest. It's somewhere. That is a slow recipe. Where did you go? Usually it's like the one right in front. No, no. Come on. Where are you? There it is. All right, so there's our molten californium. So we got our Mark III reactor up and running. We're getting the molten californium. Next episode, we will craft up our oganesson, and we will start replicating that for our void miner, which I'm pretty excited about that, because that's going to be some pretty crazy amounts of ore coming in. Anyway, that's going to be for today, so thanks for watching, and have a good one.